here from, wait for it, live broadcast like this one. If you go to Septic Tank TV, yeah, do you know what? I almost forgot the name of my own TV channel there. Septic Tank TV. If you want to watch more TV, go to Septic Tank TV and you can see more of me. There you go. How about that? Got there in the end. Anyway, in this live broadcast today, I thought I'd just talk for a few minutes about septic tank versus sewage treatment plants. All right. So I suppose we could put septic tanks. Let me give it some grass, not the stuff you smoke. Let me give it some green grass. Look at that. All right, some green grass. Okay. And I don't know if grass is any different color, is it? Well, actually, the grass outside is brown today because it's been so hot. But anyway, so here's a septic tank, and that's water. And I'll put that there. You'll see where I'm going with this in a minute. And I know, don't tell me you're amazed at my drawing skills. I know. All right, so there's a septic tank. There's the soakaway. That's the soakaway. There you go. That's not too bad, is it? Okay, so let me just quickly explain how a septic tank works. Okay, so you've got raw sewage in the form of wastewater goes into the septic tank. Okay, and then it fills the septic tank up. All right, then when it gets to this level here. All right, let's just make it a bit high. The wastewater then goes into the soakaway here and then drains away into the soil. So that's how a septic tank works. The soakaway is probably the most important component of the septic tank, because if the water didn't soak away, right, the tank would just get full and then it would overflow and it would stink and back up to the house. So that's how a septic tank and soakaway work. I'll tell you a little bit more about this thing here in a minute. So the basic difference is with a septic tank, you've got raw sewage goes in and you've got raw sewage out. So that's basically it, right? Raw sewage goes in and raw sewage goes out, and the soil, in fact, let me put that there, let me change colours, hold on. So the soil treats and cleans the sewage. It's pretty straightforward, isn't it? Okay, so that is number one. If I put number one there, all right, so I'll put number one, septic tank. Okay, that's cool, isn't it? Okay, so I got the right pens there. All right, so number two now. Okay, so number two. So now I'm going to show you how much space have I got there. Keep looking back because I got a monitor there. It tells me when, you know, if I go out of the kind of area. So here, now I'm going to do a sewage treatment plant. All right, so again, we've got pretty much the same scenario here. We got a pipe coming in, but I'm going to give the sewage treatment plant a different color because they're normally green for some reason. Don't ask me why, they're all green, but they are. And it looks something like, let's give you a typical shape of a sewage treatment plant. I know that looks like something out of Close Encounters of the Third Kind, but it's not meant to be, right? That's what some of them look like, okay? So you've got your pipe in, you got your pipe out, and then let me cut. Now here's the grass. You've got a green lid because it blends in with the grass. So how much have I got there for water there? Yeah, I've just got enough. That's water in there. And is that on the screen? Yes, okay, so that's on the screen. So, okay, so we'll call that outlet pipe. There you go, okay. So what happens with a sewage treatment plant is raw sewage goes in, raw sewage goes in. So you get raw sewage coming into here, right? So here's the raw sewage. Look. Oh, must had it coming into the wrong place. Hold on, 2 secs. Oh, let's try again. So raw sewage goes in. It goes into here, and inside these treatment plants, you've got like what they call like a beehive, and they look something like that. And you've got a motor. So they've got a motor, and they'll have a compressor. And basically what happens, they're like a big aquarium, really. So all the raw sewage goes in, right? And the aquarium, the sewage treatment plant's like an aquarium. So loads of water. It basically creates loads of bubbles and loads of noise and loads of fusion and loads of movement and all that kind of, all those bubbles and stuff, right? Give the bacteria and the microbes in there loads of energy, right? And those bacteria and the microbes, they eat all the bad stuff in the sewage. So they eat the sewage. So raw sewage goes in, but clean water comes out. And so here's the outlet pipe. So the clean water can come out of there and go into a watercourse, like a river, a stream, a brook, a ditch, whatever you've got there. So essentially, right, if I just do a dividing line, right, that's the difference between a septic tank and a sewage treatment plant. All right, so that's how they work. That's cool, isn't it, right? That's really cool how they work, right? So now I've shown you how they work. What's the best? A septic tank or a sewage treatment plant? Well, it depends the situation you find yourself in. Okay, so let me give you 2 classic examples. Right? On the 1st of January 2020, all the rules and regulations in this country regarding septic tanks are changing. So if your septic tank, and many of them do, discharges into a watercourse or is close to a watercourse, this will become illegal on the 1st of January 2020. Okay, so many people will have to replace their septic tank in favor of a sewage treatment plant, because remember, raw sewage goes into a septic tank and raw sewage comes out. All right, and you have to wait for the soil to treat and clean that sewage. So it has to go through the land and through the fields, and eventually it makes its way into streams and rivers, but it's been treated and cleaned. So the ground, the land treats all the horrible stuff in sewage, right? So it's a long drawn out process as it filters through the soil, right? With a sewage treatment plant, as I said, you've got compressors and motors and pulleys and belts and shafts and cogs and motors and electricity and pipes and wires. Yes, it uses electricity, and yes, they are expensive to run every year, but they turn that raw sewage into clean water, and that clean water can then discharge directly into a watercourse. So if you live near a watercourse, then obviously you'd go for a sewage treatment plant, because you're not endangering the life of your family, you're not polluting the environment or doing anything crazy like that. Okay, so that would be the sewage system of choice. However, all right, so that's basically the difference between the two. If you don't live by a watercourse, right, and you don't live by a river or stream, say the stream's, I don't know, half a mile away, quarter of a mile away, then this is overkill, right? You don't need one of these, because it's like you can have a tractor, can't you? You could take the kids to school in a tractor. They'd love it, man. They'd really love going to school in a tractor, but it's overkill. You just need a normal car, or if you've been, I don't know, 4x4, something like that, take the kids to school. But see, a tractor is unnecessary. And it's the same with this. If you don't live by a watercourse or a stream, then you don't need to spend all the money out, like 1,500 quid a year on electricity bills and 300 quid a year to have it serviced. You don't need to do that if you don't live by a watercourse. So a septic tank and a soakaway is going to be fine for you in that regard. Now, I just want to throw a curveball into the mix here. I just want to throw a curveball into the mix. Many people are being quoted 15, 20, 30,000 quid to replace their septic tank and soak away if they live near a watercourse in favour of a sewage treatment plant. Now, how much do these sewage treatment plants cost? Well, all right, so they can be quite cheap if you've got a 1 or 2 bedroom house, but once you start getting onto a 3 to 4 bedroom house, once you start incorporating flipping heck 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people, I mean, some of these biodigesters you can be looking at paying flaming hell, 15 to flipping 25 grand for easy peasy pudding and pie. So, you know, so how much does a septic tank and soak away cost? Well, I sell septic tank and soak away kits on my site, and they're 1,499, so they're like 13,000, 23,000 quid cheaper than that. So there's a hell of a price difference between the two, to be honest. Not that I'm demonizing sewage treatment plants, because they're very good in certain circumstances, but I just want to give you a little tip now. Just let me give you this little tip, right? All right, okay. So if you've got a septic tank and a soakaway that's near a watercourse, you don't necessarily have to replace it for a 15 to 20,000 quid system. All you need to do is this. What's this? All right. So let's say this pipe here was discharging into the watercourse. And yes, I know it's going to be illegal, but this is all you need to do, right? What's this? All you need to do is put in something called a septic tank converter. They're a non-electric unit. They're a little black unit like this, right? They're non-electrical. They're government approved. All the raw sewage goes into it, like that, and clean, beautiful water comes out of it. And how much do they cost, the septic tank converters? Well, let me tell you this, they're nowhere near 15 or 20 or 30 grand, right? They cost, let me give you this, right? They cost 2,999. So yes, they're 12,000 quid cheaper than the cheapest quote you're going to get for a sewage treatment plant, and they're going to be 22,000 quid cheaper. So for me personally, I've been in the game for 20 years. I consult for the Environmental Agency and UK Building Regs and everyone. And I love helping people, you know, find cost-effective solutions to their septic tank and soakaway problems. Point I'm trying to make is this, right? If I had a bit of land and I had a septic tank that goes straight into a watercourse, I'd just put a septic tank converter in, because they're non-electrical, they can't break down, they don't need servicing every year. They work on like venturi suction, so they suck air in and exhale air, and the bacteria in there eat and treat everything, converting it into safe, clean, organic waste water. They're amazing, they really are amazing. So given the choice between spending 15 to 25 to 30 grand on an electric system that breaks down after the year's warranty is over, and having to spend 1,000 to 1,500 quid a year on electricity costs, and having to spend 300 quid a year getting them serviced, for me, these are becoming like old dinosaurs. I'm not demonizing electric sewage treatment plants. I'm not. I'm just saying they're old technology. New technology is moving on, and the government are approving non-electric systems now that don't break down, that are government approved and will clean your water, they'll protect your family, they'll stop pollution and protect the environment. So for me, if there's no water course about, I'll put a septic tank and soak away in any day, right? Because there's no fame in maintenance of them, especially if you put some of the septic tank soak away worms in that we do. And worst case scenario, to make my septic tank fully legal in lieu of the septic tank new rules and regulations that come into force, I just put a septic tank converter in, save myself 15, flipping 20 grand, easy. So there you go. That's the difference between a septic tank and a domestic sewage treatment plant. So I hope this live broadcast has helped you today. If you want to see more free advice and information, then just go to septictank.co.uk, or just go to Septic Tank TV. Just go to Google and type in Septic Tank TV, and you'll see more of me, and you can watch more TV, you know. And but the point is, there's loads of free information and advice on there to help you. So thank you very much for taking the time to watch this live broadcast today. Hope you have a great day, and I'll speak to you soon.